I've been working with entrepreneurs since 2012, and this conversation comes up a lot. I think I get this question often because people know my story, right? Like, I started from the bottom. I started my business from nothing, living on public assistance, working a full-time job, getting paid pennies as a single mom with 2 children in elementary school. And let's just say the road has not been easy. And if anyone knows about disappointment, it's me. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about how I deal with disappointment in business and how you can too. The first thing I want to say is disappointment is a feeling. You feel disappointed when you seem to have done everything right, but still don't get the results or the outcome you want. For example, launches. This is a common experience for coaches and service professionals. You've spent all the time in the world preparing for your launch, from ideation to content creation, writing emails, the time, the financial investment. It is a lot. And when you make up your mind to follow through, and then after all that work and all that time, you get no sales or one client, it's devastating. You start to think it's time to give up, right? Or should I start something new? Sometimes it is, but not always. So there's 3 questions to ask yourself. 1, have you tried everything? See, often when I hear coaches express their disappointment and then we look at what they did in their launch, it turns out they didn't do everything that they know they should have. Another thing is when we look at the numbers, sometimes they actually did really good according to the numbers. And then they realize, okay, this is not the time to feel disappointment. This is the time to make the necessary changes and to do this thing again. Now, I'm not a big advocate for launches. As a matter of fact, I have a free training coming up where I'm going to be breaking down what my clients and I do to plan for our 6-figure year, whether your goal is to make 100K or 999K. So if you want to invite, post invite in the comments, or check out the description. I'll make sure I leave the info below. So another question I ask is, have you read all the books? Have you listened to the experts? Have you gotten coaching? And this one is really important because the reality is you only know what you know. And for some, you may be the first person in your family that's even starting a business. You may not have people in your life that can support you in this area. And so you're in new territory. And when I face this disappointment, I always think about this, right? And oftentimes I have to pat myself on the back because I failed because I had limited knowledge. And so is it really a failure? Do I really have something to be disappointed about? Or do I need to assess and adjust? The third question is, do you have realistic expectation, right? And I want to share a story with you to give you an example for this one, right? I have a client and she was talking to me recently about some of the stuff that she's been feeling in her business. And when we looked at what she's been able to do over the last 1.5 years, she said something that was profound. She said, you know what? It is my first business. And I said, think about that. There are so many people that they didn't see success until it was their 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th try. And this is your first, and you already made money and you already got clients. So do you have something to feel disappointment about? That's what I asked her. And that's what I'll ask you, right? Sometimes you just have to look and see how far you've come. Sometimes you have to look at your expectations and you'll notice that you have nothing to be disappointed about. So before you get dragged down by disappointment, look at your goals, look at your expectations, right? Were they too high? Look at the efforts that you put in. Did you go the extra mile? Look at the information you used. Was it the best information available? Look at the support you got. Did you use the support to its fullest extent? Now, after looking at all of that, set a new goal and make a plan. Get some input from others, set up a support system, and then stick to it. Go into action. I truly believe that every experience that feels like a disappointment is either a blessing or a lesson, and it's all about perspective. Now, Speaking about plan and having a support system, I'm also a firm believer that having a plan makes you be better prepared. So I'd like to invite you to my upcoming training. Again, I'm going to be taking you through the 4-step process I use to go from being an overworked entrepreneur to CEO. One of our attendees said that the framework I'm sharing in this training literally changed her life. As a corporate professional, she had limited time and she really needed a plan to consistently deliver content and bring new clients into her business. So if that is something that resonates with you, click the link in the description and join us in our private community. That's where the training will be happening. And if you found this video useful, let me know in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your bell notification so you are notified the next time a video goes live. I'll see you in the next one.